Heidi, can you tell me about yourself? Like, what's your story? Who are you?
Oh, that's a good question. Who am I? Depends from which perspective to answer this question. So, if we go to the personality that I am now here, then my name is Heidi. I was born in Germany in Offenburg. I come from a really diverse family in the sense that I have Spanish roots, I have South American roots, I have German roots. So it's all there's all in it somehow, yeah. Um, I live actually most of my life I lived in Germany, yeah. Some time I lived in the States and some time in Spain, but basically my life is centered in southern Germany, close to the Swiss border, and that's where my work was. That's where my life developed and everything. But on the spiritual plane, it was a little bit different because I got in contact with energy work and all this stuff pretty early through my South American part of the family, actually. Yeah, so I have to say that. And we had in the family people that were clairvoyant, sensitive, and today in other times they would just call us witches or something. Yeah, that's that's normal. So I learned really early ages to heal, to do healings, and also at the age of 13, I started to heal with my hands. Yeah, it was like it was an energy work in order to channel the light. Therefore, it was channeling light. But then, how life is, you um, as a teenager, you're not very interested in all this stuff. So you do this normal life that other teenagers also do. And then I went to university. I studied history, so I'm specialized in medieval history, in German and Spanish, linguistics and literature. And actually, I loved that. But somehow life had different plans for me. Yeah, so I left university. I went to work in different jobs. First, I was teaching at university, also gave speeches in different places like Oxford, Leeds, Padua, Salamanca, and somehow university doesn't really pay life. Yeah, so you work a lot, but you don't earn much, and everybody knows we just need a certain amount of money to live. Yeah, that's just how our world works. So I went into the industry and I got into two companies in Switzerland and then I really have to call it like that. Then the divine just said, "Hey, you're on the wrong way." And the way the divine shows you that you're on the wrong path is you get sick. Yeah. So in my case, it was an autoimmune disease. And it came so actually I should have noticed earlier. And I mean, I went to the doctor because I was also fitness trainer. I went to the doctor and said, "Hey, look, something's wrong. I'm doing 3, 4 hours sports a day. I'm not eating a lot, and I'm gaining weight suddenly. Yeah, and my body is reacting in a weird way. I'm not regenerating." And he said, "No, everything's okay. You're just eating too much." It was this talks with your doctors that are just useless. Let's say it that way. I still love him, but it was just useless. Yeah. And after that, I went to a train the trainer workshop in Frankfurt, I think it was. And suddenly, that clarity night they did in Train the Trainer, suddenly my legs got swollen so bad that I could not fit into the pants anymore. And my heart started really beating really fast. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? And somehow I made it alone to the hospital. I went walking through the woods to the hospital. It was a really surreal scene. And there was a young doctor, and then he said to me, uh, I, I'm pretty sure that you're not going to die from it. But whatever you have, it seems that it's an autoimmune disease. And then they found out that I had Basedov. So that's actually the counterpart to Hashimoto. A lot of people have Hashimoto. And I had Basildorf. And the weird thing is that with Basildorf, people are very nervous, and I was super nervous. Yeah, so it was extremely, I could not hold any emotion. That was not possible. But normally with Basildorf, people lose weight because the energy system starts pushing and pushing and pushing. And I belong to the 1%. So even in the autoimmune disease that's special, I even got the 1% that does it differently. Yeah. So, and I gained weight instead of losing weight. And I'm like, great. So I got the entire program. And I was in hospital, and in the same room, there was another woman. She was 90 years old or something. And her name was also Heidi. And she was talking in sleep. Yeah. And in one of her sleeping phases, she suddenly said, if I could do it different, I would change everything. And in that moment, I felt like it was something talking to me. And it was first a little bit creepy, I have to admit. And I'm like, who the fuck is talking to me? And somehow the next day, suddenly, I had the book of Joe Dispenza in my hand, You Are the Placebo. So everything came. Yeah.